This tutorial is the continuation of the previous video where we have started to model the sci-fi gun. In this tutorial we will complete the modeling process. We will add more details on the base mesh of the sci-fi gun. So now we are going to add the secondary details on this model, simple base mesh. So select the face, extrude this face and then scale down this face like this. Just you need to modify your base mesh. Now you can see, select this face, insert these faces and then extrude inside these faces. Like this, you can see. Select these faces, insert these faces and extrude inside these faces. Make sure you check that individual option. Give the proper amount for the extrusion. Simple. Now you need to use your annotation to guide yourself to create a design. So use annotation and create a design on it and try to follow that design. Try to follow the annotation line to modify your model. It's not necessary that you should follow that annotation perfectly. At least you should try. Okay, like this. Just add loop cuts and move your loop cuts. Move the words according to your annotation. So you can just simply use the simple operations like insert, extrusion, something bevel, something like that. Okay, so add loop cuts and create your design. And you can see here I have tried to get my design for this sci-fi gun. You need to try many times one step. It's not thing that you will get the right result in your first attempt. So you need to try many attempts. Okay, select these faces, insert these faces and extrude inside these faces. You can see I have tried 3 times and 4th time I got the right result right there. Now you can see one more time, add a loop cuts and move the words to follow the design, follow the annotation like this. And then select the faces and then insert these faces and extrude inside. Like this. Then one more time you need to move your words. Then insert the faces and extrude inside. Like this, you can see our mesh looks pretty well. So you can see here I have tried to create a design and I get different result. You can see I tried 3-4 times to create this design on this particular mesh, particular part of the mesh. Just simple, just select the faces and insert these faces and extrude inside. And you can see the different result right there. It's look like this. If I select all the faces, you will get different result if you select alternate faces. So I like this one. It looks decent, I think. Just you need to think where you can add the design, where you can modify your mesh while maintaining its shading, and it's look decent. Shift D to duplicate your model and make a collection. Press M for that. because we are going to use a boolean operation right there. So before that, wherever it's necessary, just add a bevel right there. So you can see I want this curve shape right there, okay, at the back side. So that's why I need to add the bevel and just increase the segment right there. And make sure you think about the poly count also, because if when we add the more bevel, it increases the poly counts vertex. So that's why you need to add the bevels wherever it's necessary. And try to get the better shading and good shape for your model. Okay, then apply the mirror modifier, and now we are going to use the boolean operation. So add a cube right there and fix it at top, and then go to the edit mode and create a shape like this. You can create easily. Okay, then adjust its scale. You can see, then you can use the bool tool. Just you need to select first your cutter object, then your mid body part, and then you need to use the bool tool and create use the slice operation. You can use different boolean operation, and you can see here is a bool tool add-on which is free in Blender, so you can easily get it. Then use the slice operation. First select your cutter object, then select your mid body part which from which you want to use the you want to cut the object. So simple boolean operation used right there. Okay, then you need to apply the boolean modifier that. Okay, then select these faces and then extrude. Before that, insert these faces and extrude inside these faces like this. Then select these faces, insert these faces, and you can use extrude outside these faces like this, and then add bevel on these faces. So you can see we have created easily this kind of shape. Okay, then I'm going to create grid kind of effect right there. So add a cube and fix it at there, and go to the edit mode and adjust scale. Then you can see, just scale it along, scale down this along the y-axis, and you need to fix it. Okay, then use the bool tool, or you can use the boolean modifier and use the difference boolean operation, simple. Then add one more cube right there and fix it at there, and just you need to scale this cube along the y-axis. Okay, because we want to create the grid kind of shape right there. And make sure this shape should be larger than that last one shape, and then I use the array modifier to increase its count. Okay, like this, and fix it right there, and use the boolean operation. And this time you need to difference your this array object from that last cutter object like this. Okay, then you can see right there we got this grid kind of effect. Okay, simple. Then apply the boolean modifier and add a bevel modifier 0.005. It's simple. Then apply it. You need to add a mirror modifier before that. Just add a mirror modifier so you will get the same result at both sides. Then you need to reduce the vertex count, poly count. So that's why you can dissolve few edges which is not necessary. So you can reduce some poly counts, some vertex. So before that, get a proper shape for your mesh, for your object. And you can see we don't need this edge, so you can dissolve that edge like this. Do the same process for all the for whole mesh. Just reduce these edges which are not necessary at there. Dissolve these edges. when you dissolve any edge and its effects on your mesh shape, that time you don't need to dissolve that edge. So now we will create panel for this sci-fi gun to add the tertiary details on it. So add a plane and fix it at there wherever you want, where you want to create the design. So just give its name panel 1 like this and scale this panel. Go to the edit mode and start to get the shape. It's very simple. Creating a panel is very easy. I have made one tutorial on it already. You can watch that tutorial also. Just you need to create a shape right there. First create the outer shape, then start to add more loop cuts in the inner side and start to create the panels. It's totally depend on your creativity. Okay, you can see we have created this shape. Then add a solidify modifier and give its thickness, and make sure then add the shrink wrap modifier, and your shrink wrap modifier should be top of your solidify modifier. Means your shrink wrap modifier should be top of your solidify modifier, and then you will get the right result. Then add loop cuts and start to create the different shapes, panel shapes for your mesh. You can delete the face, just you need to add a loop cuts and create the shapes, different kind of designs. But this will include one thing, which is it will increase the poly count. So it's totally depend on your model project, for what kind of project you want to make this model. Okay, so if you are going to make this model for the game, then you don't need to use such kind of more panels. It will increase the panels, and panels will increase your poly count. You can bake these panels. This is one option to keep the panel design and reduce the poly count. You can bake these panels. Okay, just select the faces and add loop cuts, insert these faces, then delete these faces. Such kind of operations you can use, modeling operation you can use to model, to create this kind of panels. In the final version I reduced these panels because I didn't use these panels, because these panels were going to increase the poly counts. I keep few panels like handle panels, but I didn't use this kind of mid body panels. If you are going to use this for the film, wherever you need more, wherever it's not limit for the poly counts, then you can keep it as it is. Okay, so now I'm going to fast forward this video. Because it's very easy step. You need to create the same kind of panel for this here also. First get the outer shape. So now we are going to create a panel for this handle part. So just add a plane and rotate it into the 90 degree and start to build your panel. Go to the edit mode and fix your panel. Okay, and then start to build your panel like this. You just need to edit these edges. You can follow the reference image and just extrude this edge like this and follow the reference image. You can see we have created this panel shape. Then add a solidify modifier and add a shrink wrap modifier. Shrink wrap modifier should be top of your solidify modifier. Okay, then give the thickness for the solidify modifier and then use the shrink wrap modifier. Just target your handle part like this, and then you can increase the offset amount right there to fix your panel. Just give the proper shape for your panel. So you can see I have created the same kind of panels for the remaining part of the handle. Okay, and some part is remains, so let's create it. So just duplicate this face and start to create the panel. It's not difficult. Just you need to follow the reference image and your base mesh. So now we will modify this nozzle part of the gun. So add a loop cut right there and add one more loop cut. Then select these edges and add a bevel on these edges. Give the proper width for the bevel and then extrude outside these edges, these faces. Give the proper amount for your extrusion. You can see it's looked pretty well. Okay, now turn on the X-ray mode and we want to create this shape. Okay, so add a loop cut and select this edge and add one more loop cut right there. Okay, shift D to duplicate, select these faces and then shift D to duplicate and press P to create a different object by selection. Then just you need to add a solidify modifier here and add thickness to this, and you can see we have created this shape easily. Then add a loop cut and add two loop cuts right there like this, and you need to create design if you want. Okay, then select these faces and then insert this face and then you can delete that face. Okay, you can see simple design we have created on our model on this part. Okay, then add loop cut, then add one more loop cut and fix this loop cut at the center, and you can see then delete that faces. You can see simple design. Then you can use the symmetrize option to get the same kind of design on another side. Then add one more loop cut, two loop cuts right there, and deselect few edges like this. Before that, just select the edge, whole loop cuts, then add a bevel on that loop cut, and then deselect few faces, and then you need to delete these faces, selected faces. Okay, simple design, no big deal. Now shift D to duplicate this face and then press P for selection. You can create the same kind of thing with that part, but I didn't use that. Just you need to select these faces and shift D to duplicate and press P to selection. And then you need to join this part with the last part, with the top part. So simple. Then we don't need to add the solidify modifier for this part also. Then slide this edge, select the edge and press G, double tap G, and then just you need to move your edge. Then add a loop cut, then add a bevel on this loop cuts, then select the faces and then insert these faces, and you can create such kind of designs if you want then. So try to keep the design as simple as possible because simple things looks pretty well. Then here I am trying to create a design, simple design. You should think about the good shading. Then add a loop cuts and add a bevel on that loop cut and delete that face. If you want to create something like that, easily you can create. Okay, it's look pretty well. Now we need to create the panels for this side, not the panel, you can say the grip to hold your object. So just select these faces and insert these faces like this and shift D to duplicate and press P for selection to create a different object. Then add a solidify modifier and give it thickness. Before that you need to create a design, then you can create a design. So add a loop cuts and create a simple design on this face. Just check your solidify modifier thickness. Okay. Then scale these loop cuts along the y-axis like this. Just you want to create a design. Then add one more loop cut. Then select these faces, then insert these faces like this. One more time insert these faces and this time select outer and delete that face. Just you need to try different things on your mesh. Create a good kind of shape, good kind of design. Then use the symmetrize option to get the same side, same kind of shape to the another side. Then dissolve this edge. Play with the thickness of the solidify modifier. And it's look pretty well. Then set the origin to the 3D cursor and then add a mirror modifier to get the same kind of shape to the other side. Okay, it's look pretty well decent. Now you can play with your mesh. You can try different things on your mesh. So you can see here we have applied that because of the mistake the bevel modifier. That's why you can see the double words. Then add a loop cut right there and extrude inside this face. Extrude inside this face slightly in the small amount. Okay. Then add a cylinder and rotate it into the 90 degree and fix it at there. Okay, simple. Just scale it along the y-axis and create a simple shape on it. Select the faces like this. And extrude outside these faces. Then select the face and then insert this face and then extrude. Then one more time insert, then select outer and extrude inside this face. Then shade smooth and then turn on the auto smooth angle. Then 0.005 will be the amount for the bevel modifier. Add the bevel modifier on it and change it to the angle. Okay, it's look pretty well. Then you can see the panels increase the vertex count. So it's totally depend on you. If you want to keep the panel, then you can, otherwise you can remove them. Now we want to create the hole on the nozzle, so just add a cylinder and scale that cylinder along the y-axis. Shift D to duplicate that cylinder just for the backup. Scale the cylinder along the x-axis and then select your cylinder, then select your nozzle part and then use the bool tool and the difference operation. You can see it's very simple. And then apply that boolean modifier, which is very easy. Then select your cylinder, which we have duplicated last time, and then take it inside. Simple. Then go to the edit mode and select this top and bottom face, then insert this face and then delete this face, and then just select the words and fill the gap. So you can see simple cylindrical shape we have created. And then add a bevel on it and scale it along the x-axis. So you can see it's look pretty well, simple shape. If you want to modify, then you can modify, otherwise keep it as it is. And you can see our gun looks pretty well. Now we need to add few more things on this gun. You can try different things on this gun. Some things will work, some not. So now select these faces and insert these faces. Then extrude inside these faces, then one more time insert and extrude outside and scale down these faces. Select the outer edge and you can add the bevel, otherwise you can scale down these faces like this. Okay. So now select these faces and shift D to duplicate these faces. Then we need to add the solidify modifier like this and give the proper thickness amount. 0.005 will be fine for the thickness, for the bevel, and for the thickness you can give anything. I have repeated this step one more time. Simple, give the thickness. And now you can add a design on this holding part, grip you can say. Just add a loop cut and create a simple design. It's totally depend on you, your creativity. So it's look pretty well. Use the symmetrize option. After that, so you can get the same kind of effect on another side. So select your mesh, go to the edit mode and use the symmetrize. Okay, it's look pretty well decent. In the next part, we will learn to make the procedural texture for this sci-fi gun. If you have any questions related to the modeling process, then you can ask me into the comment box. I will try to answer your questions. If you like this tutorial, then hit that like button and subscribe our YouTube channel. Bye bye, see you in the next video, take care.